Hello, YouTube family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I'm back with a new video on my JavaScript series on ServiceNow platform, day 4. So, till now, we have learned about arrays, different methods which we use, sorting of arrays, string, functions, all those we have seen already. Now, today's topic will be on ServiceNow looping. Looping, I mean here, there are loops, there are conditions which we have to consider while writing a script in ServiceNow. So out of those, we are going to learn today if, else, for loops, and let's see what else we can see. So let's get started. And if you are very new to this channel, please do share and subscribe. And if you really like my content, give us a thumbs up. So let's get started. Now looping. In your script, whenever you get a requirement from anyone, any customer, any client, any business analyst, please try to convert that requirement into normal English. That's it. If you do this, you will achieve this. For example, if you study, you will pass. So first looping concept, or first you can say statement concept, if loop, conditional statement. So I'm going to show you first is conditional statement. The first topic is your if block. We used to say if condition or if block. The word itself, if, it will check only a dedicated condition. So if look like this, if inside that your condition, okay, and if the condition satisfied means, then it will go inside it and it will execute the code. Execute it. What I mean is, just for example, if you study, what will be the output? Pass. So this condition, if it's satisfied, then it will pass. You will pass. So basically, if is a conditional statement that check a dedicated condition, whether it is returning true or false. If it returned false, then it will move out of these brackets. And these brackets basically in ServiceNow or any other language where you can use JavaScripts, we used to say that is a block of statement. Block. Like, for example, let's say we are in the house. For example, we are in one house. Okay. And inside the house, we have some rooms. Let's say room number 1, room number 2, room number 3, room number 4. And we are here, for example. Correct? Now we have to access room number 1 from here to here. So obviously we have to go inside this house. Similarly, if condition over here and this brackets represent house, you have to go inside it, then only it will execute. If you are staying outside the house, you will never reach room number 1. Correct? So whatever it executes between this bracket, whatever you write between this bracket will be considered inside the if. Means inside the house. Then you can access 1, 2, 3, 4. If you outside it, then it called as a else. E-L-S-E. So opposite of if, you can say that else condition. So if it is true, if this condition satisfied, then we will go inside the house. Else, we will not go inside the house. We will stay outside. Stay outside. So if will execute when the condition is always true. And false will execute when the else will execute when the condition is always false. So if and else comes together, side by side, hands on hand. So remember, if, else, conditions, you have to convert your requirement to normal English and then go further. So let's get started from ServiceNow side. Let's go here. And to show an example, I will be using background script. Okay. Here we will write some script. Before that, to create a requirement, let me go to the incident table. Okay. Or no need of going to incident table. We are not learning as of now glide record. We will read it later. Just we will get some example. If something is if condition and block. So for example, if your statement here and it will come like this. Inside this bracket, if you see, you have to put expression except. expected means you have to write something within it. If you don't write, it won't work. So let's say I will define something outside it. Let's say variable x equal to Ravi. Okay. Now, or let's say variable x equal to, let's put any number, let's say 10. If x greater than 10, let me zoom this, guys. Yeah, if x greater than 10, or if x greater than 10, then print something. I will put x value as 50. Then print something. So gs.print hello. If x is less than 10, then it will go to the else statement, guys. Then print gs.print y. So in this case, x value is 15. So obviously, at line number 1, the value will be stored in the variable x. You know, this we have already covered in all my JavaScript videos 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go and check what is equal to sign means. This sign is called greater than. This value is obviously greater than 10. So it should go to line number 3. Let me do like this. No spaces. You can put a space just for your reference. If x is greater than 10, so it will come here, it will check, okay, 15 is greater than 10. It means it is true. So it will return me true and it will print hello. See, scroll down, run the script. Now see, what script it is printing hello. Now what will happen if I put this word as 5? Obviously 5 is less than 10. So the else condition will execute, it will print me by. So if conditions comes like this, guys, you have a condition, if that execute, then it will work. If and else. Now there's another kind of a if else statement. This is one way. Another is nested if. That is called nested if else. It means that you will write if condition. If your condition and inside this you will write your code, and after that you will check another condition, else if. People used to say else if again condition, and so on. You can put n numbers of else if, and at the last you have to put else. So what will happen? So it will work like this. If this condition will be true, then the code here will execute. If this condition is true, then code here will execute. Else the other code will execute. For example, I will go back to ServiceNow. Here I will type variable x equal to same thing. Let's say 100. Okay. Simple. Enter. If x greater than 50, then gs.print. I'm so sorry. gs.print greater. Print spelling. Forgive me for spelling. Else if x greater than 100, then print 100 plus. Else print sorry. So see, x value is 100 here. Obviously x greater than 50. Correct. So this will be printed. Let's see. I'm getting a word greater. What if I change this 100 to 1000? So what will print? First one. Why? Because first one condition will always satisfied. Always. So it will never reach this point and this point. So how to make sure that it's go to the next line? So I will do x greater than equal to 50. Exactly. See? This case. 1 second. Let me run again. Again it is going to greater. So both the conditions are satisfied here. So if you get this kind of a situation where you have to print the second one, Make sure that you tweak your script. So here I will tweak my script. X less than 15, it will go to the next statement called 100 plus. So when it will reach X equal to 50. Not equal to 50. So sorry. Still it is showing. I'm so sorry, guys. X double equal to 50. So single equal to is for assignment. Obviously, we cannot assign anything. So it will go to this if statement. If you use double equal to, then it will check whether X is really equal to 50. Let's see what is the result. 100 plus. No, X is not equal to 50. But it executed this condition. Why? Because X is greater than 100. Now here if I put X double equal to 100, what it will print me now? Sorry. Because neither X is double equal to 100 or neither X double equal to 100. So here we are checking whether really X is double equal to 100. So if I remove this 1000 from here, so this value will be printed. See, 100 plus. There are statements which you can use to tweak this things. So these are called if-else condition. And if-else condition are mostly used, guys, in almost all type of script client side, server side. When we go into it, you will get to know for sure. Okay. Now there are second type of script. This is done, looping one. Now I will go back to the next conditional statement. I will go with the while. Again, while comes like this. While your condition and then your statement here or block of code. But what is the meaning of while? As long as this condition is true, it will always print the stuff. It will always execute it, and by default, it will go in an infinite loop. What do you mean by infinite loop? It will keep on going until it becomes false. So remember, the while loop execute the condition. Whenever the condition is true, the block of code will be executed as long as the condition is true. For example, if I go back here, if I type variable X equal to 10, I will put while. Okay, I can define here also. X less than 10 or less than 12, gs.print X. What will be the output? What do you think? So you can pause the video over here, guys, and you can tell me. So basically, if you notice here, on line number first, we are defining a variable 10. Correct? So once you define a variable, what we are doing in line number 2, 10 less than 12. Yes, 10 less than 12. So what will happen? In this case, if you run the script, it will go in an infinite loop. It will go because this condition will match always 10 greater than 12. It is printing X, 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 X. So it is not giving the result. So in this case, I will cancel it. Getting my point? But here, if I do something, then it should work. So you can pause that video and let me know what is your thought point over here. How you can print the number from 1 to 10. Please pause the video and let me know in the comment section. I will tell you now how you can print it. Okay. So let's do it. So variable X equal to 10 and let's say X double equal to less than 12. So I am going to print gs.print print of X. Correct? Now this won't work as it went to the infinite loop. I will increment X2 plus plus means, see, first of all, let's see the output. Output is 10 and 11. Why 10 and 11? Because it is less than 12, not equal to. So 10, 11. These two things are less than 11. Less than 12, I'm so sorry. So it is incrementing the value from 10. Here, it will print 10. Again, come back here, it will print 11. 10 plus 1. If I change this value from 10 to 1, it will print all the numbers. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, it printed, 2, it printed, 3, it printed, dot, 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 till it reaches 11. And if I put double equal to, then here it will print all the 12 numbers. So what is this? What is happening? So until and unless this condition is satisfied, it will always print it. And if you don't increment, it will not print the next output. It will always went to infinite loop like this. Infinite loop. It will run for the infinite number of times. So in this case, we will cancel our background and then we can use our logic. Simple. I hope you are clear on this. So these type of statements are called while statement. And the previous one which we see is called if statement. So if and while are mostly used, guys, in your real-time projects also when you will be working, whatever the project you will be doing, you will be using if and while statement for sure, 110%. Now coming back to the next part. Okay. For loop. Now this time I am going with the looping part here. So what is this for loop? If you know the answer, please let me know in the comment section. So this looping comes when you have a kind of an array as well as when you have to iterate. Iterate means going from one number to another number in a different fashion. So we will go with this for loop. For loops are used like if, while we use mostly, we will use for loop. So basically, these are mostly used in ServiceNow, looping condition. So for look like this, for bracket, you will define a variable, let's say I equal to 0. Just a syntax I'm writing. You can find the syntax from Google. So this one will be called expression 1. Then you have expression 2. And then you have expression 3. Okay. So for statement creates loop with 3 optional statements. So first expression 1 will be considered, then expression 2 and expression 3 might be increment, execute every time. So expression 1 is executed one time. So this will be executed one time. So let me take a snip and tell you. This will execute one time. This will execute based on the condition defined, like define the condition. So it will do for the condition part. And this will execute every time, third one. When I show you the example, then you will understand. So one time, condition, and every time. This is what for loop is. For loops are very useful, guys. Very, very useful. For example, I will go to background script. And let's say for variable, I am defining a variable I equal to 0. Sorry, I equal to 0. Now this is first expression which will execute one time. Then I am going to put it I less than 5. So this is the condition which I am putting. Okay, the value of I is 0. And now if I is less than 5, then increment the I and print it. So see, for loop, go inside it and just gs.print. Print I. So what it will print? Scroll down, run it. So it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just print all the numbers starting from 0. If I change this to 1, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. So what is this for loop? So for will execute in this manner, this fashion, I can say. The first one will execute only once. Second is your condition, which will execute when this condition is satisfied, till that condition is satisfied. And I plus plus is nothing, but it will execute every time. See here, at this point of time, here, 1 is printed. In the next step, 1 coming up over here, 1 less than 5, it is true. Then it will increment it. What is the second point? 2. Similarly, 2 goes here, I value become 2, 2 less than 5, 2 plus plus means 3. Oh, sorry, 3. So like this, it will go and execute. These for loops are very useful. For example, let's take an example. Let's say variable x equal to, you remember we had an array class where we defined the array. Let's say Ravi, and let's say Gaurav. Let's say Shreya. Okay. So let's say I have three names over here, random names. Now I have to iterate through it. Means I have to go inside it and pick some value. How I will do it? This is an array. So how to iterate that? Iteration means how you can go inside it and pick certain values, pick certain things, pick some certain stuff over here. So for this case, you have to use for loop. For I will define a variable I equal to 0. Same thing, I less than, and here what is the condition? So remember here I have to put a condition, guys. Condition will be based on whatever I have defined. So I have to find the length of this array. So how to find the length? If you have seen the array video, go and check. You will get from my YouTube channel day 3 or I guess day 2 videos on the scripting playlist. So x dot length. This x dot length will define the length of that that x, whatever x it is. So 1, 2, 3. So position number 0, position number 1, position number 2. So what it will do? It will define with the length. Now see. Now I will increment the length. Semicolon I plus plus. Go inside it and let's print something. gs.print and let's print I. What will happen? Run it. It is giving 0, 1, 2. At 0 position we have Ravi. At 1 position we have Gaurav. Third position we have Shreya. So 0, 1, 2. But I want to print Ravi only. In this case, Ravi is present on which part? X. I will write like this. X of I. We read like this. X of I. If I do this, it will print all the details. Ravi, Gaurav, Shreya, and at I position, we will put 0. So 0, 1, 2, it will only print Ravi. Ravi. 3 times. Why 3 times? Because we have 3 records over here. Sorry, 3. Length is 3. Here. 0, 1, 2. Getting my point. So these are called looping. Here you can iterate through the array and that will definitely gonna help you in long run. It could be anything. It could be your statement. It could be your number. It could be anything. You have to find the length. After finding the length, increment it. And then there you go. You will get everything. Okay. So that will help you a lot in upcoming days of the looping concept when we read in our ServiceNow server side or the client side of the scripting. I hope it is clear. So yeah, if you have any question, do let me know on the comment section. And in the next video, when we'll meet, we will start with ServiceNow client side scripting from scratch. Again, client side scripting from scratch. So here I am ending my Java part. One topic is remaining, which is called object. How to create an object in ServiceNow. That I will tell you in the beginning of the next video, starting. Then we'll start the client side. So if you are very new to this channel, you can go to YouTube. You can search ServiceNow Ravi. And after this, you can find here few videos. So till day 4, it's more than enough to start with ServiceNow scripting inside ServiceNow. So we have not used any fancy term in JavaScript. We have only used few terminologies like arrays, if condition, else condition, short, for loop, all this condition we have seen, syntax we have seen. That's all we need. Wherever is needed, I will let you know. What is JSON, how to get JSON, all that we will see in upcoming videos. So that's all for today. And if you are very new to this channel, please subscribe and we'll meet you in the next video. Thank you so much.